I created Species Nutrition with one mission in mind: to provide bodybuilders and serious athletes with no-nonsense supplements that work. I put my name and reputation on every bottle of Species Nutrition products. If you want to be your absolute best, join the evolution.
Hello yet again. It's the Midday Muscle. We're here. Let's get into the news. Outside of the first few weeks of the season, we haven't had a ton of big news coming out of the Classic Physique department. Probably makes this a good time to slip in some new clips from your reigning Arnold Classic champ, Ramon Dauda. Even though he's been a little quiet on the social media front, he has been putting in the work behind the scenes. And the sense that you get from people close to his camp is that he's in a great place both mentally and physically. And they're real happy with the progress he's made over the last few months. Whether or not that's enough to start closing the gap between him and Chris remains yet to be seen. But at least for the moment, it looks like the division's #1 title contender is right where he wants to be. And we also have a headline for you from another one of the Arnold stars, Samson Dauda, who released this video of a behind-the-scenes training session with Hunter Labrada that they filmed when they were both in town to guest pose at the Pittsburgh Pro. There might be a little bit of recency bias attached to this statement, but he might be the most aesthetically pleasant 300-pound bodybuilder that we've seen in recent memory. He's got more shape and lines and separation at this size than anyone else in all bodybuilding. And if he continues to progress at this rate, it's looking more and more likely that he'll enter himself into a conversation as potential title winner this year. Sticking with potential title contenders this year, let's roll over to Derek Lunsford. Because there's no way you can have an honest conversation about guys challenging for the open title without mentioning his name. We don't know what his exact weight looks like on the scale right now, but we do know that the way he looked at the Pittsburgh Pro 2 weeks ago was off the charts. It's been said a million times, but what we are seeing from him right now is one of the most radical 2-year transformations from any athlete who was a former world champion. And until we start seeing signs of him slowing down, I think we have to assume that the sky's still the limit for him at this point. If you can remember back to a few weeks ago, when we were building up to the New York Pro, there was a lot of buzz behind former NPC national champ Carlos Thomas. But then in the aftermath of him pulling out at the last minute, there was some skepticism from some people out there who were wondering if the hype was overblown, especially since we hadn't seen a full physique update for months. But now I think it's safe to say that a lot of those doubts have to be put to rest. When he released this picture late last week, it reminded everyone pretty quickly that this guy was so highly touted coming out of the amateur ranks for a reason. He has a few poses that are absolutely out of control. Now granted, his conditioning is probably still a ways from being at an elite level, but if this guy pulls that together at some point over the next few weeks, watch out, because he's going to be deadly. And that'll do it for yet another edition of Midday Muscle. I'm Tyler, thanks for watching, take it easy.